In the modern job market, which are the most effective job search strategies? Join me and Mary as we discuss more about this topic. My name is Cynthia Wakio, the Communication and Events Manager at Corporate Staffing Services. Welcome, Mary, to this video.
Thank you. Nice to be here.
Nice to have you.
Thank you.
When you're talking about job strategies, job search strategies, what are we talking about?
Well, when we're talking about job search strategies, first of all, technology, or rather the internet, has really revolutionized how so many aspects of our lives to see. And the professional space is also not left behind. That means you find most employers or organizations nowadays are really taking advantage of how fast technology is growing. And to a bigger percentage, I would say this equally affects the job strategies, and it calls for candidates to be really strategic for you to be able to get to, or rather to land that kind of a job that you are targeting. It calls for you to know how to build a framework that will help you, or that will work for you to achieve the main goal that you're targeting, which is, of course, to get your dream job. And this begins from doing what we call self-analysis. You would ask yourself, in terms of my professional qualifications, the academic qualifications that I have, the professional trainings or certifications that I have done, are they selling me out for the opportunities I'm targeting? And in terms of preparation, or even how you are organizing yourself in the job search, what are you doing to prepare for those kind of opportunities that you're targeting? And then also you can look at it from the point of, are you making yourself visible to your potential employer? So just in case you are invited finally for the interview, how good are your interviewing skills? Because that will also be a determinant whether you will get your dream job or not. So it calls for everyone outside there who is job searching to be really strategic in terms of how they are, the kind of jobs they are targeting to get. So it's very important to master the art of effective job searching strategies.
Let's go deeper into this topic. What are these job search strategies you're talking about?
Well, back then you would find it easier to get a job just by running through the company or the organization's website. You see what is available, you send your application. That was way then, like I said earlier, before technology really took up the bigger part of many aspects of our lives. But nowadays, what is really key is in terms of relationship building, and how a candidate can ensure that they invest so much in this is in making very good use of their networks. Making very good use of your professional networks will help you to learn about that unadvertised job opening. I remember last time in our last video, we were talking about how to learn about the hidden job market. So if you make very good use of your networks, it helps you to learn about that unadvertised job opening, and you will be able to send your application. Before you know it, maybe you get an invite for an interview. So that is one aspect that one can use as a strategy to penetrate the job market. Another thing I can talk about is making yourself visible, or rather exploring your online presence or your online networks. Why am I saying that? It is because organizations or employers nowadays, they also opt to advertise for positions available through their social media handles. Mostly you will find it in their LinkedIn page, or sometimes if they are very active on Facebook, that's also another area. They will advertise for the opportunities available. So it calls for you as a candidate to be intentional with making yourself visible to your potential employer. If you are using LinkedIn most of the time, how is your LinkedIn profile looking like? Is it selling you out for the opportunities that you're looking for in such a manner that if a recruiter is screening through to look for, hunting for a potential candidate, you are visible to them? Another thing I can talk about in terms of being strategic in your job search is to target, or rather to build a relationship with influential people in the company or the organizations that you're targeting to work with. And nowadays, you will always find CEOs, business owners, very senior people active on social media accounts like LinkedIn. Nothing is wrong with getting to connect or to network with them on LinkedIn, sending them a message. Of course, it doesn't just stop at cold messaging or cold emailing, but the main purpose of that is for you to get a platform for a one-on-one kind of a conversation. Then you also check in their networks, who do they know that maybe you know, so that you get a ground to break the ice, to get a conversation with them. Nowadays, most people get jobs through referrals, so that is an area that you cannot overlook. Over and above that, you can also be very keen on making contacts with recruiters, or also paying keen attention on job boards, because you will, as much as technology has really revolutionized so many things, we still have companies advertising for positions available on their websites. So you can take advantage of the job boards, but most important thing, build on your networking skills, because that nowadays is the main thing when it comes to job search. Yeah.
I think when you were speaking about social media, other than the companies that actually post the available job openings on their social media platforms, then you can utilize your social media where you find yourself in the right groups. There are groups that posts job openings. Your alumni WhatsApp groups that forward you the the hashtags that people use when they're available job opportunities. I think it's really diverse.
I agree with you, and that is also another area that we candidates have overlooked so much. But you can also get an alert through an alumni. We should never ignore those alumni association kind of groups, and just being a member there, before you know it, there is an opportunity, and maybe that is your area of expertise, and it is something that you meet, your profile matches what they are looking for, and when you send your application, you get shortlisted for an interview. So those are some of the key areas that one can really explore and become very strategic when they are job hunting, or rather searching for a better job. Yeah.
I don't know about you, but I have been jobless before, and job search is frustrating. It can be very frustrating. So do you have any word of encouragement for people who are struggling on this area, job search?
I agree with you 100%. Job search can be very frustrating, and especially if you're not strategic in your job search, you can be sending out applications, more than 100 applications in a month or even in a week, and you don't even get a single invite for an interview. So the first thing I would tell anyone who is in the period or season of job search, number one, ask yourself, how am I packaging myself out? Because it begins from the CV. Is my CV selling me out for the opportunities I am targeting? If my CV is selling me out, it will reflect on the number of invites for interviews that you are receiving. Then I have attended 3 interviews this month. I have attended 5 interviews this month. I have not gotten even a single confirmation. That means I need to work on my interviewing skills. There has to be a big problem in the interview room. And then over and above that, you may have worked on your interviewing skills still, but due to one reason or the other, you still don't get confirmed. What I would encourage someone outside there is to always stay positive and develop a positive mentality. As much as you work on the frameworks we have talked about in terms of being very strategic and developing your networks and making yourself available to any potential employer, then definitely you will automatically land on something that you are looking for. Yeah.
All right. Thank you for those tips. I hope they help someone out there.
Great. Yeah.
Yeah. Thank you for watching. We know that job search can be really, really frustrating. And we hope that the tips we share on this channel, either CV, interview, or job search strategies, help you improve, or rather get an opportunity this year. But then again, you have to listen and apply these tips. We hope these tips are helpful to you. For more tips on job strategies, interview, CV, please subscribe to the channel, leave a comment on areas you'd like us to address, and share this video. Thank you for watching.